No, I just don't know what it means.
Yeah, I know you're doing dawah.
I'm preaching.
Brilliant. I've got a question.
You have to hear my preaching.
I'd like to ask you a question.
I'm here to preach. I'm here to dispute.
It's a question about the Quran. So the Quran makes a claim. It says in Surah 5, Ayah 3.
Step back, bro. I can handle myself. I'm a big man.
Yeah, come on, bro.
He's a big boy.
I'm a big boy.
Alright.
Alright, I don't need your advice. God is with me.
Amen.
God is looking.
No, I thought, you know, no
Yeah?
Christian.
Let me tell you one thing, yeah?
Yeah, go on.
I'm a Muslim, I follow the Quran.
Which version of Islam? Sorry, just so clear. Salafi.
I'm a Sunni.
Sunni. Okay. Fair.
But God teaches me don't dispute. Yeah? And he says to me, argue with anyone who comes in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Good. Argue with me in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'll ask you a question. If I can help you, I will. And if I can't, I'm going to walk away.
Okay,
and
that's
that's
fine.
how we're going to do it.
That's fine. So, the Quran states, "This day I have perfected your religion for you."
Where does it say that?
What's the surah?
In Surah 5,
Surah 5, okay.
Ayah 3,
5-3.
and it goes and it gives a list of commands about things that you can eat and things that you shouldn't do. Like
Dead animals.
dead animals, all that.
Blood of the
and
flesh of the
divination of
wine.
arrows. And then it goes on and
Killed
it says
by
this.
strangling
That-
or violent
exactly,
blow.
all of that stuff. And then it says, "This day I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and have chosen for you Islam as your religion." So very simple question. Was that the last ayah of the Quran to be revealed, or were there other ayahs revealed after? Not sure. Well, I am a bit more sure than you that actually there were other ayahs revealed after this one.
Yeah.
So I accuse Allah because the Quran commands me, not you, commands me to consider this Quran. And if it's from any other than Allah, I will find contradictions. So that's a challenge to me, not to you.
Yeah.
So I'm entitled to do this, according to Allah, because Allah's the one that gave me the permission.
Then what happened?
So here's the thing. If Allah is saying that this day, so that's one day in history, I have perfected your religion for you and completed my favor upon you, but then other ayahs of the Quran were revealed, then that means that on the day that he said this, he was telling a lie. Because the religion wasn't completed, the revelation wasn't perfected. Because if there were other ayahs of the Quran to be revealed, then there was imperfection. There was a lack of completeness. So what it really means, if I'm right,
Social
that other
distancing,
ayahs-
bro. Oh, I'm sorry. Please.
if I'm right about what it says about other ayahs of the Quran being revealed,
Yeah.
then that means that what it should say is, "This day I have not yet perfected your religion, nor yet completed my blessings upon you." But the Quran doesn't say that. It says exactly the opposite. So can Allah say something that's not true?
Right, like I said to you, I don't know the order it came in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So really and truly, I can't answer your question.
I promise you, this is not the last of the ayahs revealed.
That's what you say. How do I know you're telling the truth?
Because Muslims have told me that the last ayah...
Then argue with them because I told you I don't know.
So do a thought experiment with me.
I don't want to.
I'm asking you to. What? You're here to preach Islam.
I'm
You're here to
preaching.
give
You want to
dawah.
hear me?
Well, what I want is
Would you like to
someone
hear
to
me?
answer my question.
I've answered it. I said I don't know the order it came in, so how can I answer your question?
But, granted, you don't know.
All right.
But if...
So conversation finished.
No, it's not
It
finished.
is.
Not
because you're
finished.
asking me again and again
Not
the same
finished.
thing.
I can
If
challenge
I can't,
you.
listen,
This
if
is
I don't know
biggest
the order it came in, how can I answer your question? You're saying it came in a different order. That
Yes.
came in before, something came in after. I don't know if that's true.
Is there something wrong with my logic?
I don't know if that's true.
Is there something wrong with my
I don't
logic?
know if that's true. If it's true or not, I don't know.
Well, let's say it is true. Let's say
No, I
what
cannot
I'm
say
saying.
that.
Do a thought
I
experiment.
can't do that.
Do a thought
I
experiment.
can't do this. Let's say.
It's a thought
It doesn't work
experiment.
for me.
A thought
Let's say it
experiment.
don't work for me.
But let's
Not
say,
what I do.
let's say I'm right.
Oh, wait.
That there were other ayahs that came after the
Let's
Quran.
say you're wrong.
Well, we'll do that thought
Ah, yeah,
experiment
that's also
too.
fair. Yeah,
We'll
wrong.
do
You
both.
could be wrong as well.
We'll do both.
Yeah,
But
both.
you've already done that
One
bit.
second.
Let's say I'm right and then
No, I haven't
then
done
Right
it.
and
God
wrong, yeah.
said,
Right.
interrupted me.
then you reworded
No,
God's
no,
words.
Let's do it right
interrupt
first,
me.
and then wrong, yeah.
So let's say I'm right and then let's say I'm wrong.
I haven't been
So
interrupting you. You asked me a question and I came back with it and I gave you my
I don't
response,
know.
but now you still want to carry on.
Because you can do a thought experiment.
I don't need to though.
You can do.
I don't need to.
But you're giving dawah.
I'm preaching.
I'm accusing your Quran of being in contradiction.
Okay, then
Okay, give me that one.
So defend your Quran.
Yeah, it's fair.
Defend
That's
it
fair.
by
That's fair.
preaching.
Great.
What I say.
Defend the
But
contradiction
what
that I
you're
pointed
saying,
out.
I don't know if it's true, my friend.
Well,
So
are
how
these
do I
words-
know?
You don't know which ayah.
So how do I
One
know?
second.
One second.
Are these words true? Are
Between me
these
and
words
him,
true?
let me do-
No, let's
Right, look, when you're saying the
question
order,
is this
hold
one.
on a sec. When you're saying the order it came in, I don't know if what you're saying is actually true.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have to go away, go and check. I'll come back to you next week, and I can come back with the truth.
Maybe someone can Google what the last ayah of the Quran reveals.
Surah 110 is the last surah.
So Surah 110.
Okay, let's check.
This is by Muslims, by the way.
check this.
Muslims say that Surah 110 is the last ayah, the last revelation of the Quran. But the Quran says in Surah 5, ayah 3, this day I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you. So if it was perfected and completed, why did Allah need to keep adding to perfection? Why did Allah keep needing to add to something that's complete? That's my question. It's a fair question.
If he did that, then that's what he did.
Right. But
Right? If he
therein,
did that, if what you're saying is
Yep.
true, and if he did that, and I don't know if it's true or not, then that's what he did.
we've just established.
No,
We've just established from Oracle Google that Muslims claim that the last surah of the Quran is Surah 110, which means that Surah 5,
No, he
ayah
said that.
3.
Hold on a sec. This man said that.
Google said it.
Yeah? I don't know. Who's
Pull it up,
Google?
pull it up.
Who's Google to me?
Why is it Muslims are running from an obvious contradiction in their book? I am pointing out to you an obvious contradiction in your book. Your book claims that in Surah 5 verse 3 there was a day when Allah pronounces himself the religion of Islam to be complete and perfect. But Muslim sources themselves say that other verses of the Quran were revealed, which means that when Allah said, on this day I have perfected and completed your religion, that really what he should have said is that on this day I have not yet perfected your religion and not yet completed your religion. So was Allah wrong when he said this?
Was he wrong?
Yes.
Listen, I don't know the order it came in. I keep telling you the same thing.
We've established it. There's other verses.
No, that's him. Him is checking. I check myself. I don't rely on other people and their ways and what they say.
Is there any Muslim that thinks Surah 5, Ayah 3 was the very last verse of the Quran to be revealed? No. Doesn't appear to be. Nobody. Do you know why? Because no Muslim argues that. You're saying you don't know. I'm telling you.
I'm fine with that as well. Because
I'm telling you.
I
No Muslim
read my
argues
book.
this.
I worship God.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm kind to people.
Great.
Yeah. I'm courteous.
Fantastic.
I'm polite.
Fantastic.
Now politely, I'm going to finish with it.
So,
You go away, please.
okay. No, I'm not going to go away because this is speaker's
Now listen,
corner.
I'm asking him politely.
You're allowed to go away yourself.
Discussion is over.
No. You're
I
allowed
don't
to
want
go
to discuss anymore.
yourself. Speaker's
Because
corner.
listen, like I said to you,
People get heckled all the time.
I'll check what you said, and I'll come back to you.
Is there any Muslim that I'm asking you the question? Was Allah wrong when he said, "This day I have
never wrong.
Allah is never wrong.
Never wrong.
So now think about this logically.
Just because he's got an idea of that verse came after, or this came after, he wants to look for faults in Allah being wrong.
Yeah, Allah is wrong.
In what way?
Allah is wrong.
In what way?
Because Allah claims that on
He
this
doesn't teach
day,
wrong in the
Allah-
Quran.
One second,
Yeah, he
it's wrong.
teaches people
It's wrong.
how to be nice
It
and
says
kind.
this.
How to
It
be
says this.
unlawful. Yeah, he teaches them to be
It says
lawful.
this.
Yeah, he teaches
This
them to be
day
charitable.
I have
yeah?
perfected
He
your
teaches
religion
people
for you
to believe
and completed
in something
my
better.
favor
Right? He
upon
teaches
you
people to believe
and
in something
chosen
better.
your religion as
yeah,
Islam.
away from
But then the
Yeah.
Quran has
bad
other revelations
things,
given.
what human beings end up
Other
doing,
revelations,
and end up putting themselves in
other
the hole.
ayahs that
Come
came
out
after
the
this
dark
ayah.
and come into the light.
And if they came after this ayah, then that means when Allah says, "This day I've perfected your religion, this day I've completed your religion," Allah was wrong. Because Allah had
he
other
believes
things
Allah is
to
wrong,
say.
and
Allah
I
was
believe
wrong.
Allah is right.
So.
No, what was the context behind revealing the...
Oh, people! Indeed,
You tell me, you're the one
there
who-
is humiliation with celebrity,
The important you
and
want to talk about.
there is death with life,
You want to important
and there is hereafter with this worldly life.
I want to ask you this
And for
question.
everything,
Right.
there is a reckoning. And there is a guardian of everything. And there is a reward for every
and
good deed.
completed the religion.
And there is a
Is
punishment
Surah
for
5?
every bad deed.
Yes, exactly, completed.
And there is
So
an
nothing
end
to add.
for each
agreed?
life. Oh,
How do you
people!
add to something
Repent
that's
before you
complete?
die and embark
Go on,
upon
give me
good
an
deeds.
example.
Before you became occupied and connect with what is between you and
Yes.
your Lord.
You've
And
done
by remembering Him all the
a piece of
time.
work and you've got
And
100
indeed,
marks on that piece of work.
you will be
Yeah.
Can you
happy.
get extra credit?
Give my charity.
Is that completed?
So,
I'm just
you will
this is
be
a
endowed
completely separate
by
argument. You just asked
God.
me, can you add to something that's completed?
To others.
But if
So
you're
protect
adding to
yourselves.
something that's not
Forbid
complete,
evil.
if you're adding
unto
to
others.
something, it's
So you will
not
be
complete.
victorious. Oh,
Is it
people!
perfect? Can you add to
The
perfection?
smartest among you is the one
Go
who
on,
remember
how?
death the most.
I just asked
And
you.
the wisest among you is
exam.
the one who is best ready for it.
Sorry?
Indeed,
Exam.
among the signs of wisdom
Yes.
are shunning
Yes.
the falsehood of this life.
If you've got
Turn it towards
100%,
the eternal
This has
life.
got nothing. I know.
Being fully
your
equipped
analogy is
to live in the
flawed.
grave.
It is flawed. Because if something
being
is
ready.
100%
Oh.
perfect, you can't
Yeah.
improve upon
And
it.
what was the context behind this?
You can't improve
What was the
upon it.
context? What was you tell
You
me?
can't improve
Because
upon
you're
it.
talking about the verse. You tell me the context.
Well, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Allah is saying, "This day I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and have chosen for you Islam as your religion." Right. So here's the thing. If this statement is true, there is no need to add.
You know what I'm going to find out for you, yeah? Is what he added afterwards,
Go on
if it's
then.
true.
Tell us.
Yeah, if it's true.
If you think that's
Then we go from
important to answering this question,
context is not important.
no, brother.
Context is
A
the main
statement.
thing.
The statement.
You made the statement.
Okay, so the context is about
things
things about foods that you can eat, things that you should. No, that is literally the context. That is literally the
That's you
context.
reading. That's the translation. I'm telling you, asking.
Are you saying that the Arabic doesn't say this?
I'm asking you the context.
And I'm asking you, is Allah telling a lie when He says it's perfect?
Well, for me to answer that, I need to know the context.
Is something perfected?
And for me to answer that,
Okay, so you don't want to answer the question. Is there any Muslim willing to defend his
it's as
Quran?
simple
I'll
as
do it
that.
next week for you.
Right, that's fair enough. Come
patient.
back next week. I'll come back to you next week.
Come back.
Your religion. Here's the thing. The Quran has an
May
obvious
God guide me
contradiction.
to tell this man the truth.
Great. The
Yeah,
Quran has an
finish
obvious
this.
contradiction. It says in the Quran, in Surah 4:82, that have they not considered this Quran? If it was from any other than Allah, they would find contradictions therein. That's what the Quran says. So it gives me a challenge. It says consider the Quran and see if you can find contradictions. So I'm considering the Quran. And the Quran says, "This day I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you." If something is perfected and completed, you don't need to add to it because it's perfect, it's completed. But if something isn't perfect and completed,
Like human beings.
you continue to add to it. The Quran states that at a certain point in time, the Quran, Islam, was perfected and completed. But Muslims themselves say that the surah and verse was not the last verse of the Quran. Which means that when Allah said, "To this day I have perfected your religion upon you and completed my favor upon you," what he really meant was, "This day I have not yet perfected my religion for you and not yet completed my blessing upon you." Because every verse of the Quran is a blessing. Isn't that true, Mr. Brown? Every Quran is a verse, is a blessing. So there were more blessings to come. Which means that Allah was telling a lie. Or he didn't know what he was talking about. Or Muhammad was not a prophet of Allah and he was just talking out of his Bedouin ass. And that's much more likely.
Happy
That
now?
is much more likely.
Happy now?
I haven't finished.
Satisfied?
No.
Yeah, but carry on.
Okay.
What was the last verse of the Quran then?
So the last surah of the Quran was Surah 110.
Let's read it.
Surah 110.
What does it say?
Let's have a look. So this, by Muslim sources,
What chapter?
Surah 110. But the dispute is about Surah 5:3.
Let's have a read.
I want you go
See
to
what
Surah.
this man
Go to
allegedly
Surah.
says.
Yes.
God added.
Yes.
110,
So if
one second.
Surah 110 came after Surah 5 verse 3, then that means Allah was wrong to say that he had perfected and completed his blessing, his religion. So Allah told a lie, or Allah didn't know what he was talking about, or more accurately, Muhammad is not a prophet of Allah. Allah lays down a challenge to me as a Christian. Find contradictions in the Quran. I found a contradiction in the Quran. Therefore, Islam is not true.
Yeah, the same with Christianity. Exactly
By
the
comparison,
same. Christianity
the
is exactly
brother
the
says
same thing.
exactly the
I
same.
am sorry.
He's
I agree with
utterly
you.
wrong.
I agree with you.
He's
but
utterly
same
wrong.
thing with Christianity.
Show me in the Bible
Yeah.
where the Bible claims these two things.
Yeah.
Show me in the Bible where the Bible says that it is free of contradictions. It makes no such claim. Show me in the Bible
I can show
where
you
the
the
Bible
Bible
says
that the
on this
Bible was
day
written
I have
after the
perfected
death
your
of Jesus.
religion,
At least
Christianity,
50 years.
and completed my
The
blessing
first
upon
people
you.
writing about
It
the
doesn't
Bible,
say that.
oh my God, they were
So
Christian,
my
they were
criticism
Greek.
of
They
the
were
Quran
Greek. None of
is
them
valid
ever
about the
made
Quran,
Christian.
but it is not valid
So it's the
about
same
the
story.
Bible. Because Christians and Muslims believe different things.
Moses
Are you a
never
Muslim?
existed. Moses.
Are you a Muslim?
No.
Right, so
Moses
he's not even
never-
relevant to the
asking
debate.
me question.
Is there any Muslim that can defend their Quran?
I am defending. Look.
You can go over there and ask
No,
them.
excuse me.
Maybe there's one over there.
Are you one?
I agree exactly, but one thing.
Are there any Muslims that can defend their Quran from the most obvious contradiction?
Can I answer you?
Your religion is based upon a lie.
Yeah, and same you.
Islam is a lie.
Same-
If you believe in
Christianity.
Islam,
I'm
you
sorry to
have
tell you
been
guys.
deceived.
With all my respect.
The truth rests with Jesus Christ, who describes himself as the way, the truth, and the life. History testifies that Jesus Christ was crucified and rose again. The Quran contradicts history. The Quran is wrong. The Bible is true. Where is Golden Shower Boy? Muhammad Hijab, Golden Shower Boy. In fact, Ali Dawa's over there. Let's go ask him. Have a good day.
Go, Morad, we love you, Morad.
Ali, got a question for you, bro. Don't run away.
Go, Morad, we love you, Morad. We love you, Morad.
Your acolytes tell me to come and debate.
We love you, we love you.
Why is Ali running?
No, I'm not running.
There you go. Dawah team, Muslims. There's your champion running from a debate. Like the Dawah team do every week. You saw it with your own eyes. And why? Because your Quran is full of contradictions.
Show us one contradiction.
You want to debate me?
You didn't answer
So
my
let's
last
debate.
question.
Here's-
Which version
here's
is
the
true of
debate.
God? No.
Here's the
Last
debate.
one. You failed
So,
to answer my question.
do you want to have a considered debate?
Yeah, he's good.
Do you want to have
We love the uncle.
Which
you want to
version
shout
is
in
true
Muslim
word of God? No, you're not
No,
taking it
considered
seriously.
debate.
No, you don't.
Debate, not a shouting match. Let's debate. Let's get a timer. 4 minutes for him. 4 minutes for me. No, yeah, let's do that. Can someone get a timer? Can someone
The brother here. The brother there with the phone, baby.
Phone, baby.
He is not serious. That's why I can't debate.
I'm offering him a debate.
Yeah, go.
Why doesn't he want a debate?
And he fell.
No, Mike.
Okay, Mr. Brown.
No,
you
Mr.
want
Brown,
a
say.
debate. Debate. Mr. Brown doesn't want to debate.
No, I can't believe that.
Tower runs away.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that, Bob. No, Mr. Brown. No, Mr. Brown. Yeah, go, Mr. Brown.
About this. What is this? Anyway? Okay, so, Mr. Brown, why are you saying what is this? You were recording me over there. Why are you pretending not to know you were recording me over there?
He forgot, Bob, he forgot.
For those of you that don't know,
Okay.
the Quran lays down a challenge to Christians.
You came to preach
This
the
is the
Bible.
challenge.
Why are you attacking Islam?
This is the
If you
challenge.
came to preach the Bible, talk about the Bible.
Debate.
Debate if you're
Debate.
serious.
Just go on.
You're not serious. You're not serious. We are happy to
Come on, Moran! We love you, Moran!
Come on, Ali. Ali, just your Quran.
Go, Ali!
Ali.
Go, Ali, we love you, bro. Come on now. Go, just one question. Only one question, Moran. We love you.
Ali, where you going?
He left his shop. He left his shop, you know, bro. It's only one question, though. See what happens, bro?
Yeah, let's have a picnic.
How far will Ali walk before he turns to debate? I think he's just taking for us a walk around the park.
Wow. He's
Don't
not.
do a shamsy on me, Ali.
No, come on now, Bob.
Go on, Ali, one question,
I'm not going to
bro.
follow him all the way around the park. just to this path, and if you just keep...
Okay. No, Ali.
This is your champion. This is your champion, Dawati. He's running away.
No, he's walking. No, he's walking. He's walking away. No, he's walking away.
Ali.
Go on, Ali.
What did I tell you we were going to do? We're just going to do a lap. I want to thank you for the exercise, but I'm not wanting you as a PT instructor. I can do PT instruction.
We're looking at trees.
Your Quran says
We're
this.
looking at
This
nature.
day I have
That's what Allah
perfected your
subhanahu wa ta'ala
religion
says.
for you. Completed my favour upon you and have chosen for you Islam as your religion. Tell me, Ali, was Allah lying?
Yeah, that's a good one, bro.
Was Allah lying?
We don't believe God is a
Champion
man.
of the Muslims.
Hey,
Was Allah lying?
maybe Mansoor knows.
Maybe Mansoor knows.
God is
Mansoor, let me
not
ask
a
you a
man.
question.
Carry on.
Oh, it's not.
Mansoor, we love you, Mansoor.
Mansoor,
We love you,
debate
Mansoor.
both of you together.
Yeah, he's knowledgeable, bro. He's knowledgeable. Mansoor is knowledgeable.
So, no, we can.
One question, Mansoor. Come on.
Mansoor, one question.
You are the best debater of the Dawah team, Mansoor.
Not interested with was Allah telling a lie when he said I have
But you're the best debater, though.
Come on, Mansoor. Everyone tells me to debate you.
Yeah,
Here I am coming to
You are the
debate
best
you.
Dawah debater, Mansoor.
Come on, we think you're great, Mansoor.
He's the best debater.
He's definitely the best dressed of the Dawah team.
Yay! He's got sound. Mansoor. We love you, Mansoor.
Where's the might of the Dawah team?
I don't know, bro.
Why are your champions running away, Muslims?
It's only one question,
I'll
though.
tell you why.
Why?
Because they know that their Quran has contradictions in it.
Ah, okay.
They know that Allah told a lie
Okay.
when He said, I've perfected your religion for you,
Okay.
and then proceeded to add to perfection.
Ah, so beat
Where are your champions?
Yeah,
They're all running away.
I don't know what's going
You
on.
keep saying that we have to debate Mansoor.
Next
He's running away.
Next week.
He's saying that
Next week. Okay.
He's running away. I'll leave you guys alone now.
Wow. But we did try, though. Bob.
We did try.
We did try.
So let me explain what's at stake.
Okay, what's at stake, Bob?
Let me explain what's at stake.
Explain it.
We've all gone for some nice exercise,
Yeah, round of
courtesy
applause.
of our PT instructor, Ali Dawah. Round of applause for Ali Dawah. Great PT instructor.
We love you, Ali.
And we were all very impressed
Yeah.
by the fashion sense of Mansour.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Mansour. But the champions of the Dawah team
Yeah.
are not willing to defend their Quran.
Ah,
And why are they not willing to defend their Quran?
Why, Bob?
Because we Christians in the park have got the Dawah team on the ropes and on the run. This is what's at stake.
What's at stake, Bob?
The Quran says,
Yeah.
if this was from any other than Allah,
Okay.
I would find contradictions inside the Quran.
In it. Ah, okay. Good.
Here's a contradiction for you.
There's many, Bob.
This day I have perfected your religion for you, completed my favor upon you, and have chosen for you Islam as your religion. Perfected means that it can't be improved.
Okay.
Completed means that it is a finished work.
Okay.
But yet Allah, in His wisdom, still needed to add to the Quran.
Ah, Peter.
Because there were other ayahs added to the Quran after this claim.
Ah, okay.
So what Allah really meant to say was, this day I have not perfected your religion. I have not completed my blessings upon you. Because every verse of the Quran is a blessing. So therefore Allah was wrong. But it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, so much worse. Every single Muslim we've tried to debate about this topic runs away. Muslims in the park, like the king of the golden shower, Muhammad Hijab, talks about the development of Christian doctrine, like the Trinity. Well, thank you, Muhammad Hijab, for giving me a stick that I can beat your religion with. Because if Muhammad Hijab says that development in doctrine is not permissible, that it is proof that it is not from God, here are 9 examples of historical development within Islam. Example number 1. Whether Quranic recitation is created or uncreated. That question was decided at the time of Imam Bukhari, 200 years after Allah. The question of predestination was decided after the time of Muhammad. The question of succession was left open by Muhammad. Muslims did not agree about how Muhammad should be succeeded. The Sunnis give one answer, the Shias give a different answer, and the Khawariji give a third answer. Those answers do not agree. It was decided after Muhammad whether Zakat should be continued after the death of Muhammad. Was decided after Muhammad. Muslims fought a war and killed one another over this question. Whether the Quran was created or uncreated was a doctrine decided after Muhammad. Whether Allah's attributes were real or anthropomorphic was decided after Muhammad. The relation between deeds and piety and Imam and how these 3 things affect one another was decided after Muhammad. The compilation of the Quran was done after Muhammad. The collection of the Hadiths was done after Muhammad. The legal schools of Islamic jurisprudence Hanbali, Hanafi, Maliki and Shafi came after Muhammad in the 9th and the 8th centuries. The Ash'ari theological school of Islam came in the 10th century after Muhammad. The Muqtadiyya theological school came in the 9th century, 10th century after Muhammad. Salafism is no older than 100 years old. That's after Muhammad. So, Muslims, let me ask you this question.
Ask it, Bob.
Was Allah right or wrong when he said, on this day I have perfected your religion and completed my blessings upon you? If he was right, why all the bid'ah? Why all the innovation? If he was wrong, why believe in the Quran? Because Allah is saying something that is not true. Now, is there any Muslim willing to defend against the thesis? Step forward.
I don't think anybody wants to waste their time.
In other words, no. I've tried to debate Ali Dawah, I've tried to debate Mansour, I've tried to debate multiple Muslims, and they just run away.
Can I ask you, what's your message today?
My message is that Christ is the way, the truth, and the life.
So why don't you talk about Christ instead of talking about
I've
Islam?
been talking about it earlier today.
So why don't you just talk about that?
Because Muslims attack Christianity in the park. Oh, are you sure? How many times have you come to the park?
This is my first time.
First time. So she's saying Muslims don't attack Christianity in the park. Sister, I've come here for 4 years solid. Muslims are attacking Christianity in the park. And if Muslims attack Christianity, we can attack
If you
Islam.
watch your videos,
So, let me ask you, do you believe in the Quran? I'm going to.
Because I'm saying,
going to ask you.
you're a hypocrite because
Do you believe
you're a
in what
hypocrite
the
because
Quran
you're talking about Islam preaching hate, but you're preaching hate. You're preaching that about Islam. I
Tell
don't
me,
understand.
Islam says, the Quran says, do you believe these words? Was Allah right? Was Allah right?
What
Was
about
Allah right?
other religions?
Was Allah right when he said,
What about why is
I have
it always have to
perfected
be
your
Islam?
religion? Was he right or was he wrong?
Why are you attacking Islam?
Was he right or was he wrong?
My question to you is why are you attacking
Okay,
Islam?
because for 2 reasons. Number 1, Muslims attack Christianity in the park. My gosh, we got countless videos.
I haven't heard
This is
one
your first
Muslim
day
person.
because you
I haven't
don't
heard
know,
one
love. I'm
Muslim
sorry.
person.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If you're a regular in the park and have heard Muslims attack Christianity, raise your hand. There you go. I've got all these witnesses. They're all telling you they're wrong.
4 against.
Put your hands back up if you heard
50.
Muslims attack Christianity.
1, 2,
Even some Muslims have raised their hand.
8 people.
So you're wrong. So they're all lying.
So they put
Are they
their
all
hands
wrong?
up. So they put their hands
Are
up. So
they
you're
all
right.
wrong?
So they put their hands up. And
That's
you're
what you're
right.
saying. You're saying they're wrong.
So no.
You're saying they're lying. Are they lying?
You just said.
Are they lying?
Whoever puts their hands up, that
Are
makes you
they
right.
lying?
All are they?
Are they lying?
It's my first time
Notice
here.
she's not
and
even
the only
answering
person
the
I've
question.
heard talking
No,
about
why don't you want to answer the question?
Because you're talking about attacking other people.
Like Muslims attack
But
Christianity.
your message here today is
Sorry.
supposed to be Christianity.
It is, and I've talked about Christianity earlier.
Not about attacking other religions.
Sorry, here's my
That's what I
second
don't
reason.
understand.
Here's my second reason.
I'm not bothered.
Here's my, now, she
I'm
wants to
saying-
know,
I'm
but now
saying,
she's
why?
not bothered.
Why is your
So
speech-
she asks a question,
Why is your speech
but she's not interested in the answer. So my reasons for attacking Islam are twofold. 1, Muslims attack Christian beliefs in the park, and we've already demonstrated there are plenty of witnesses against that. Just want to point out to you that your Muhammad says that your witness is half the witness of a man. So just so you know, you're outvoted by the
I'm not
witnesses
really bothered.
surrounding
It's not
you.
about voting competition.
Muhammad said,
It's not about
Muhammad said that you're deficient in your religion
even
because
he
you
says
lack
you hate
intellect.
speech.
But the majority of those in hell are women. That's what Muhammad
how come there's loads
said.
of
Muhammad
Muslims
said that you can only inherit
How come-
half that of a man. That's what
How come
Muhammad
loads of
said.
reverse-
Muhammad said Plow your women like the fields. That's what Muhammad said. But now, let me give you my second reason. My second reason for criticizing Islam is because Islam is an ideology
Right, so your
that
message tonight is criticising Islam, basically.
if implemented, would result in the persecution of Christians. And that's the attitude we see in Muslim culture all the time. You can't criticize Islam, but we can criticize you, and we will lie at the drop of a hat. Why is it consistently, video after video after video, we catch Muslims out telling lies in the park? Why? I'll tell you why. Because Islam does not value truth in the same way that Christianity does. So I'll ask again, is there any Muslim, since Ali Dawah won't do it, since Mansour won't do it, and they can hear my voice, is there any Muslim willing to defend their Quran? Let's go find Hashim.
Okay, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah.
Knowledge to knowledge, right?
Hashim. 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 Where is this Dawah team? Oh, here he is.
Okay, so the way. All right, let's wait.
I'm not going to interrupt Hashim because he's in a debate, and I wouldn't want someone to do that to me.
Yeah,
Though
fair enough.
repeatedly Muslims do.
Fair enough.
But the fact of the matter is, guys, if Islam teaches something that's self-contradictory, you don't need to believe in Islam.
Pretty much.
And I've given you evidence.
Flawless victory.